Yeah. Okay. Right. So we're standing on our mats, feet together. So turning toes out, followed by heels. So just looking at your feet, make sure they're tracking straight and parallel to each other. Soft through the knees, hips facing forward, shoulders round and down, and ears over the shoulders. Placing the hands on the hips, I'm going to rock that pelvis forward and back. So flattening through the lumbar spine and arching. Morning, Claire. One more time, flattening through that lumbar spine and arching through the lumbar spine. So we're finding the halfway point between the two. Nice neutral spine position. Placing the hands over the rib cage, drawing the shoulders down the back. Nice deep breath in through the nose, feel the rib cage expanding, and out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in, try not to breathe up into the shoulders and out through the mouth. So I want you to imagine that belt around your waist, drawing those sides towards each other, belly button back to the spine, and feeling those pelvic floor muscles like a lift coming up. 1, 2, 3. So tightness through the whole abdominal core region, but you can keep with that deep lateral breathing. Relaxing the arms down by your side. We're going to start with some forward shoulder rolls. Morning, Sally and Claire. Sally, I'm going to ask you to start your video because I can't see you. There you go. Cool. And then one more time forward, and then we're going to reverse up to the, I can see you now, Sally, up to your ears, over the mountain and down the other side. Squeezing those shoulder blades together at the back. Good. One more time, and then we're going to relax the shoulders down the back, arms hanging by the side. On the in-breath, we're going to float the arms out to the side, reach them up to the ceiling, but drawing the shoulders away from the ears. On the out breath, push the air away as you bring the arms back down. I'm going to come to kneeling just so you can see my arms, but I'm not expecting you to kneel. On the in breath, we're going to float the arms out to the side, palms facing each other, shoulders down away from the ears. We're reaching the right arm up to touch the ceiling and slide the shoulder blade down the back. Left arm up to touch the ceiling and slide the shoulder blade down. We're going to turn both palms to the outside. We're reaching that right arm up and draw the shoulder blade down the back. Left arm up and draw the shoulder blade down. We're going to reach both arms up to the ceiling. Turn the palms to face each other. Slide the shoulder blades down the back. We're going to open the arms out back to shoulder height, keeping those elbows slightly bent. From there, we're going to wrap the palms to the back and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Try and get them to touch behind you. In breath, palm to ceiling. Out breath, wrap the hands to the back wall and squeeze the shoulder blades. One more time. In breath, palm to ceiling. Out breath, sweep the hands back, slide those shoulder blades together. Interlock your hands, turn them inside out. Again, squeeze those shoulder blades together so you're not tipping forward. And then lift the hands up away from the glutes, opening up through the chest. Holding for a nice deep breath in, squeeze them together a little bit more, and out. Good. Relax the hands down onto the glutes, keep them interlocked, and we're dropping left ear to left shoulder, and then chin towards the chest. Nice slow movement. Again, keep those shoulder blades drawn together so you're not tipping forward, sliding the chin along the chest. Ending up with right ear over right shoulder. Nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out again, chin to chest, keep those shoulder blades squeezing together. Try not to tip forward. Really trying to isolate those neck muscles. End up with left ear over left shoulder, come back up to the center, roll those shoulders just to loosen them off. Good. So floating the arms back up to shoulder height, palms down. We're going to bring the hands across the front, crossing the right arm over the left, open them back up and squeeze the shoulder blades together. We're changing the top hand here, so left arm on arm top and open. Good. Speeding it up. Right arm on top and squeeze the shoulder blades. Good. And change. And change. And change. Good. One more time to each side. Good. We're bringing the right arm out in front of us. Soft elbow. Place the left elbow into the crook of the right elbow. Wrap the hands around. Grab hold of what you can. Keep the shoulders down the back as you lift the hands up towards the ceiling, drawing those shoulders down. Try not to let those shoulders creep up away from your ears. Deep breath in and out. We're going to shake those arms off. Good. So we're going to do the other side. Left elbow bent in front. Place the right elbow into the crook of that left arm. Twist the hands round, lift the hands up to the ceiling, draw the shoulders down the back. Good, breathing through the stretch. One more breath. And relax the arms off and give them a nice big circle round, a couple backward and then forwards. Excellent. So when you're ready, we're going to go on into the roll down. So feet hip width apart, keeping those knees soft, scooping the belly button to spine on the in breath. On the out breath, we're dropping chin to chest and slowly peeling that vertebra off the imaginary wall behind you. Arms hanging, head hanging. Let the crown of the head weight you all the way down to your toes. Feeling that articulation through the lumbar spine, especially head hanging, shoulders down the back. We're scooping belly button to spine. Keep the knees soft. We're rounding back up, stacking that spine, one vertebra at a time. Come up to standing and roll the shoulders back. Good. One more time. Scoop the belly button to spine, chin to chest. Let the crown of the head weight you down. Try and make sure you're articulating through that back. Don't come down in one straight line. All the way down to your toes. This time we're either hooking the fingers under the toes or place the palms flat onto the floor. Head hanging, shoulders down the back. And we're straightening through the left leg. For 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straightening through the right knee for 4, 3, 2, 1, and soften. Straightening through both legs, head hanging, draw the shoulders down the back. Breathing through that stretch. Good, and we're going to soften through the knees. Come down to kneeling. Jane, are you okay on the ball? And I was just thinking also, Jane, maybe in future roll down to the ball and use the ball to kind of roll down to, because it can be a bit pinchy through our intercostals there. Okay, so we're coming onto our knees, roller in front of us. So basically we're doing the modification of the cat stretch. So I'll talk you through it one more time. So obviously I'm going to speed it up. We're rolling down to the roller, dropping the weight towards the heels, but not on the heels, chest to the floor. And then we're bending the elbows, feeding the crown of the head through into the back extension, dropping back down, and then we're rounding back up and stacking the spine. Okay, so just to give you an idea of what we're up to here. So scooping the belly button to spine on the in breath, on the out breath, chin to chest, we're rolling down, so rounding through the back. Hands onto the roller, walk the roller away. Lengthen those arms away from you and then just drop back slightly towards your heels and take your chest to the floor. So you're getting that lovely opening stretch through the back. Bend the elbows, draw the roller towards you. As you do that, you're going to lengthen through the crown of the head. So you're taking the weight forward over the roller and into that back extension. Eyes to the ceiling. Good, and then you're going to round back down, so take the weight back over your heels, not to your heels, you're not sitting on your heels, just back towards your heels, and then we're rounding back up, stacking that spine. We're going to take the hands off the roller, reach them up to the ceiling. Good. Okay, so one more time. From there, we're going to bring the hands forward as we roll down. Good. Crown of the head down, hands onto the roller. We're rolling the roller away from you, and then again, drop your weight back, chest to the floor. Bend the elbows, bring the roller towards you. Take the weight forward over the roller into that back extension. Eyes to the ceiling. Good. Take the weight back, chest to the floor again. And then we're rounding back up, stacking that spine, and then we're going to sweep the arms up to the ceiling. Good. And relaxing down, just moving the roller away from you. We're going to come down onto all fours here. Good. So nice and level through the pelvis, broad through the shoulders here. We're going to slide the left leg back, tuck that left toe underneath you, push back through the hands, take the heels to the floor. Now, if you feel your heel is almost on the floor, you're not feeling a stretch, bring those hands underneath your shoulders a little bit more, so you've got a little bit more push through there. Good, and we're holding that for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and slide that left knee back in. Good, we're sliding the right leg back, tuck that right toe underneath you, push back through the hands. Feel that stretch through the calf for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and sliding that right knee back in. Good, into the hip drops. We're taking both hips to the right. Look over the left shoulder at your feet. Feel that stretch through the hips, the pelvis, and center back up again. On the out breath, both hips to the left. Look over the right shoulder at your feet. And center back up. Good, one more time to each side. Now, if your hips are going almost to the floor and you're really not feeling much of a stretch here, it's not that you're not doing it right, it's just maybe not an area that's particularly tight for you. For people who sort of struggle a bit with hips, tightness and lower back, obviously this can be quite a good stretch. We're centering back up again. We're going to sit back on your heels, head down to the mat, and just stretching off through that back. Good. Deep breath in and out. We're coming back onto all fours. Now, I think a lot of people are struggling with the roller on the knee, so we're going to use the roller with underneath our hands. Saying that, if you struggle with your wrist, then obviously just come onto the forearms with the roller, okay? So that's the option. So we're going to slide the left leg back, pointing through the left toe. Make sure the wrists are underneath your shoulders there. We're going to reach that left leg back. We're looking for length as opposed to height. And lower, brush the floor and squeeze the glutes as we lift that back up. Good. And lower. Now remember, you want to be firing up those left glutes, so feel them. Bend the knee, flex the foot, take the foot to the ceiling, and we're pulsing it up here for 10, 9. Again, think of those glutes. Try not to hitch that hip up. Keep nice and flat through your back. If you're feeling any pinching, flatten that back. For 3, 2, 1. We're going to take the knee down, but not to the floor. And we're bringing it out to the side. And lower, good. Out to the side. And lower. We're going to take it to the side. We're going to hold it here. And we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Fire those glutes. 3, 2, 1, and lower. Good. We're going to circle that leg round. So we're going to take the foot to the ceiling, bring the knee out to the side, round to the front and center. One more time. Foot to the ceiling, knee to the side, forward and changing direction. We're bringing the knee forward, out to the side, up to the ceiling. So we're taking that hip joint now through its full range of movement. Last one, forward, side, ceiling. Bring the knee back down, sit back on your heels, roll the roller forward. Good job. Okay, so when you're ready, we're coming back up onto all fours. Now just watch here. I'm just seeing a little bit of this happening. Because we're a bit lifted in front, the tendency is to hollow through that lower back. Make sure you're keeping that belly button scooped and flat. Okay, reach the right leg back. Think of flattening through your lumbar spine. We're taking that leg up. Think of length here rather than height. And lower, brush the floor and back up again, good. And lower, last time. Lift it up, bend the knee, flex the foot, take the foot to the ceiling. Think about that lumbar spine. And we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, firing up the glutes, 2, 1, bring the knee down, don't touch the floor, and we're taking the knee to the side, and down, to the side, and down. We're going to take it to the side now, hold it to the side, we're pulsing for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower. We're doing the hip circles. Take the foot to the ceiling, knee to the side, round to the front and center, foot to the ceiling, out to the side, bring it to the front and center. We're changing directions. Bring the knee forward, out to the side, up to the ceiling and center. Last one, knee forward, out to the side, up to the ceiling. Bring that knee back down. We're going to sit back on your heels, head down to the mat. Good job, everyone. I know that's a nice strong one. Well, I hope it was strong, that you're feeling it. Head down. Nice deep breath in and out. And we're rounding back up, stacking that spine. And we're going to come to lying on our mats now. So place that mat, the roller vertically down your mat. Come to sitting on the end. And then very gently, we're going to come back to lying on our rollers, making sure the crown of the head is sitting comfortably. At the same time, the tailbone, the roller's running all the way down the center of that spine. We're just going to have a little play with our pelvic curls. So on the in-breath, we're going to roll that pelvis forward. So we're arching that lumbar spine away from the roller, chin towards the ceiling. On the out-breath, we're going to flatten through the lumbar spine, slightly curling that pelvis up. Just feel those pelvic floor muscles lifting and chin towards the chest. One more time, in breath, roll that pelvis forward, arching through the lumbar spine, chin towards the ceiling, arm out breath, flattening through the lumbar spine. Feel those pelvic curl muscles lifting as you slide the chin towards the chest. Good. So keeping that length through the back of the neck and your back, we're going to float the right and left arm up to the ceiling. Draw the shoulders away from the ears. And we're going to float the back of the hands to the floor, reaching those fingers away from you. We're just going to leave the hands on the floor. Think about the rib cage, that it's not popping up. Trying to drop your shoulders down over the edges of the roller there. Just really opening up through that chest. And floating the arms back up to the ceiling, palms facing away from you. We're dropping the elbows down to the floor now, trying to get them onto the floor if possible, but don't force them. Fingers to the ceiling. We're taking the back of the hands down to the floor. Again, don't force this movement. If you can get the hands on the floor, then I want you to just hold it there. If the hands aren't reaching the floor, I want you to keep repeating that last movement. So fingers to the ceiling and then back of the hands to the floor. Think about that rib cage here. Don't let that rib cage pop up. If the hands are reaching the floor, then I want you to slide the hands up above the head, draw the shoulders down the back, and then float the arms back up to the ceiling again. Good. We're going to take both arms back up to the ceiling, shoulders down the back. We're going to do the double arm circle here. So we're going to take the hands down in front of you, to your feet, onto the floor, back of the hands on the floor. Sweep them out to the side, up above your head. Lock that rib cage down and back up to the ceiling again. Good. One more time. Hands in front, back of the hands onto the floor. Sweep them out to the side, up above the head and back up to the ceiling. We're changing direction. Watch that rib cage as we take the hands up above the head. Sweep them out to the side and back up to the ceiling again. Good. Last time. Arms up above the head, out to the side. As you bring them out to the side, now we're going to bring them straight up onto the front of the thigh. And then on the out breath, we're going to come up from the breastbone and slide the hands up towards your knees. Good. Engaging those core muscles. If you need to support your neck, by all means do. As we lower the head back down, we're going to bring both arms over, up above your head. Circle them round. And as they come towards your thigh, we're going to place them on the thigh, chin to chest and into the curl up. Good. Squeezing those abdominals. Good. Lower the head down, arms come up above the head. Good. One more time. We're going to sweep them round, up onto your thigh, come up from the breastbone. We're going to grab hold of the thighs here, squeeze a little higher. Now you're not pulling your neck, you're using these abdominal muscles. Keep hold of the legs and we're pulsing it. So we're pulsing up for 10, 9, 8. Now we're not pulling the neck, we're working these muscles. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Lower back down, bring the arms up above the head. Brilliant. We're going to relax those arms down by your side. And we're going to float the left leg up into tabletop, locking that back down. Then we're going to float the right and the left arm up towards the ceiling, shoulders down the back. And we're heel tapping, so flex the foot. We're going to take the heel to the floor, lock the back down, and back up to the center again. Good. So while we're doing that, if you can involve the arms, which entails as you lower the left leg, the right arm comes up, left arm down, and center. The main thing here though is to think about that lumbar spine, that it's not lifting up away from the roller at all. Lock that back down. Good. We're going to do 3 more times. Out breath to lower, in breath to center. Good. 2 more. And center. Last one. And center. We're going to lower the left foot back down. And then we're going to float that right leg up into tabletop. Good. Okay, flex the foot. We're heel tapping. Breathing out to lower, into center, locking that back down. And center, we're going to involve the arms now. So left arm up, right arm down, locking the back down. Out breath and in breath. Good. 3 more times. Lock that back down and center. 2 more and center. Last one here and center. We're going to bring that right foot back down, float the left foot up into tabletop. Good. Straighten that left leg up to the ceiling now. Flex through the foot and we're lowering the leg down, keeping that back locked down into the roller. Bend the knee back to tabletop. Good. Take the leg up to the ceiling, flex through the foot, draw the shoulders down your back as you lower that foot to the floor, bend the knee back to tabletop. Good. Last one, take the leg to the ceiling, flex the foot, lower the leg, locking your back down and back to tabletop. We're changing legs here, so left foot down. And we're going to float that right leg up into tabletop. Again, lock that back down, draw the shoulders down your back. Straighten the right leg to the ceiling, flex the foot and lower that heel to the floor. Good. And bend the knee. Good. Straighten that leg, flex the foot and lower, locking that back down. Good. 2 more times. Bend the knee, straighten the leg, flex the foot, and lower. Last one, bend the knee, straighten the leg, flex the foot, and lower back down. Good. Back to tabletop. We're going to lower the foot to the floor. I'm going to let you have a little roll on the roller, coming onto the left side. The choice is yours. Remember, we don't go back and forth over the spine, so we stay on one side. You can either open the left arm out to the side, allowing that roller to get in underneath that shoulder blade a bit. Or you can cross both arms over your chest, whichever feels like you can get in there a little bit. Good. And when you've had a few rolls through there, we're going to go on to the right side. And remember, you can really come right over on the roller, especially if you're wanting to get in behind that shoulder blade. You might feel like you almost want to kind of almost come onto your side there a bit to really get in underneath that shoulder blade. Good. So once you've had a nice couple of rolls through there, we're going to very gently come off the roller. We're going to come to sitting, holding the roller in our hands. So when we're in sitting, either cross legs or straight legs, this is where the pillow or cushion might come in handy. If you feel like you're a bit scrunched down, pop yourself onto the pillow. We're holding the roller in our hands up above our heads. Good. And we're coming good. The spine twist. So shoulders down the back. We're going to turn to the left, keeping the center of the roller up above the head and center back up again. Good. Keep the shoulders down the back as we turn to the right. And center back up. One more time to each side. This time we're going to see if we can push a little bit more. So we turn to the left and try a little bit more. And center. Keep squeezing on the ends of the rollers. We're engaging those triceps. Turn to the right. Push a little bit more. And center back up. We're going to come over into a side bend, so the back of the hand, right side onto the floor, push the top of the roller away from you, weight into the opposite seat bone, in breath to center, over to the left, push that right hand away from you, opening up through your side. In breath to center, we're opening the legs into a V flexion through the feet. Take the roller down to the floor. Palms on the top. We're going to push the roller away from you. Now again, remember hinging. We're lengthening that crown of the head away from us. And we're going to keep the hands holding on to the ends of the roller. And we're going to tip the roller up onto its right side. Look underneath that left arm up to the ceiling. Good. In breath, flatten the roller down. Hinge a little bit lower. We're coming onto the left side. Look up underneath that right arm to the ceiling. Good. One more time to each side. Hinge forward. Drop a little bit lower through that chest if you can. Good. Looking up underneath that left arm. Last time here, hinging forward, up onto its side, looking up underneath that right arm. Coming back to the center, hinge a little bit lower, place the hands on top of the roller. Just breathe through that stretch, and then we're going to scoop belly button to spine, rounding back up and stacking that spine. Good. So into the mermaid, so the roller on the right side. So just bring that left leg in a bit. The choice is yours. You either just have that right knee bent in front of you and the left leg straight, or if you can, we're going to just hook that left leg behind us, okay? So the option's yours. If this is not comfortable with the knees, keep this back leg straight. Crown of the head to the ceiling, and of course you can use your pillows here. If you're feeling very lopsided, you can just support underneath that right side a bit. Just to try and keep that pelvis level. So we're going to slide that roller away from you. Keep the elbows soft. Don't have it straight and extended. And keep the shoulder away from the ear as we sweep the arm over the top. And then draw, using these side muscles, draw yourself back up to sitting. On the out breath, slide away. See if you can go a little bit lower. And then use those side muscles to come back up. Good. On this next one, we're going to hold it. So we're sliding away, soft elbows, shoulder down, hold it. We're going to take the arm to the ceiling, follow the hand with the head. We're going to tap the left hand to the right hand and up to the ceiling. Good. For 2 and back up to the ceiling. Good. One more time, and back up to the ceiling. Good. Now we're going to bring the left hand onto the roller next to the right. Push the roller away and drop the head down between the arms. Try and keep those elbows soft though. We're coming back into the side bend, and then use those side muscles to come up to sitting. And we're going to go over the other side now. Just stretch up through that right side. Good. Lovely stretch there. Back to the center. Good. Okay, we're changing sides. So Either left knee bent, right leg straight, or if you can, I'm going to hook that right leg behind you, roller on that left side, crown of the head to the ceiling, and we're going to push the roller away. Soft elbow, shoulder down, reach the right arm over the top, and then using those oblique muscles to come back up. Rolling away. Breathing out to stretch. In breath, wrap those core muscles around. Good. Last one, roll it away. We're going to hold it down here this time. Take that top arm to the ceiling. Follow the hand with the head. We're tapping the right hand to the left and ceiling. Good. And tap. And ceiling. Good. Last time. Tap the right hand on the left. Up to the ceiling. We're bringing the right hand onto the roller next to the left. Push the roller away. Drop the head down. Good. Draw it back to you, back to a side bend. And then again, using those oblique muscles, come back up to sitting and roll over the other side. Good. Lovely left stretch for you. Good. And coming back up to sitting again. Excellent. So we're going to come to sitting on the mat. The feet, we'll just have the roller in front, but we're not using the roller for a minute. Knees and feet are hip width apart. Crown of the head to the ceiling, arms straight out in front of you. Good. So into the roll back C curve here. So scooping the belly button to spine. We're rounding back until we start to feel these core muscles kicking in. Think of the shoulders staying relaxed and down the back. And then we're rounding back up and stacking. Good. 2 more times. Scoop the belly button to spine. Nice and open through those chests. In fact, bend the elbows and feel that chest open and center and rounding back up and stacking. Good. Last one. Draw the belly button to spine. Elbows soft. Open those elbows out a bit. Good. Back to the center. Round and stack. We're going to place our heels over the roller now. And we're hinging forward, reaching the hands over the toes and drop them down between the arms. Good. And rounding and stacking that spine. We're going to do a full roll down. Now, if you find it difficult with the roller, then obviously just take the roller out. And if you want to use a band, grab the band. So we're scooping belly button to spine. We're rounding back. Keep that C curve through the back. We're coming down, lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down, reach the arms over the top. Squeeze those knees and feet together. As we can't take the arms up to the ceiling, come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes. We're rounding back up and reach those arms forward over the toes. Brilliant. And stacking that spine. Good. Draw the belly button to spine as we're rounding back. C curve the back. Remember to keep soft through the shoulders. Come back down. Reach the arms over the top. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, squeeze the knees and feet together. Arms to the ceiling. Come up from the breastbone, looking at your toes. We're rounding back up. Reach the arms forward and over your feet. Drop the head down. Good. Stacking that spine. Last one here. We're just going to roll down to the floor. So we're scooping belly button to spine. We're rounding down. Lumbar, thoracic. Take the head down. Reach the arms over the top. Just lengthening left arm and left leg away from you. And relax. Lengthening right arm, right leg away. and relax. Good. We're going to draw those knees in, so keeping the feet on the roller, arms out to the side and palms to the ceiling. Good. So keeping the feet, knees and feet hip width apart, we're going to do the wringing out the washing. So if you remember, we're going to start to roll the right hand back along the floor at the same time we're rolling that left hand forward. And we're just alternating from side to side, rolling one arm back and one arm forward. Once you've got the rhythm of that, we're going to start to turn the head towards the hand that is rolling back on the floor. And change. And then we're going to start to drop the knees in the opposite direction to the head. Good. And center. So obviously we're using the fact the feet are a little bit higher here to try and get those knees towards the floor. We're not forcing anything, but we are definitely taking the body to its full stretch here with all the muscles working perpendicular to each other. Good. Keep going. We're going to do one more time to each side. Good. On this next one, we're going to hold it. So dropping the knees down, head in the opposite direction. And now we're going to lengthen that top leg over the bottom leg, toe towards the floor. Good. Just breathing through that stretch. Slide the toe up towards that left hand. Stack knees and ankles. And then we're going to change over to the other side. So we're doing the rotation in the arms, the head. Take the knees down. And then we're going to lengthen that top leg over the bottom leg. Good. Toe towards the floor. Breathing through that stretch. Good. And then we're stacking knees and ankles. Take the lumbar spine to the mat as we center back up again. Brilliant. So taking the feet back to hip width apart. Now we're going to do the shoulder bridge on the roller. But again, if you tend to cramp in the shoulder bridge, just leave the roller and do it with the feet on the floor. Okay? So arms relaxed and by your side. Drawing the belly button to the spine. We're going to curl that pelvis up off the mat. Peeling the vertebra one at a time. Come up into that shoulder bridge position. So lifting those hips as high as possible. Squeeze those glutes, but drop the rib cage down. Check there's no tension. Again, you've got a bit more height here, so make sure you're not too squashed through your neck and shoulders. And we're coming back down, one vertebra at a time, keeping that pelvis curled up until the end. Good. One more time. Deep breath in. As we breathe out, we're curling that pelvis up off the mat. Peeling the vertebra one at a time. Come up into the shoulder bridge position. Hips lifted, rib cage down. We're working with our glute squeezes here. So we're going to drop the hips 2 centimeters and squeeze and lift. Good. For 9 and lift. 8 and lift. 7 and lift. 6 and lift. Good. For 5 and lift. 4. Squeeze back up. For 3 and lift. 2 more. Squeeze back up. Last one. Lifting back up. And we're coming back down. One vertebra at a time. Keep that pelvis curled up until the end. We're going to hug those knees into your chest. Rock from side to side. And loosen off that back. Good. We're going to have the strongest glutes in the world after this turn. Good job. And just take those knees shoulder width apart. And again, just rocking from side to side, loosening off that back. We're going to take the feet down the other side of the roller. Then we're going to lift the hips up and slide the roller underneath the pelvis there. Good, so you've got the roller sitting underneath the pelvis. Again, watch that back, because obviously now you're lifted up away from the floor. So keep thinking of rib cage down. Keep that back nice and flat. We're going to draw the right knee up to your chest. Hug that right knee in. And then we're going to lengthen the left leg away from you. We're going to flex through the foot. Now have a play here with the roller. You want to be feeling a bit of a stretch through that left front thigh there. So take that left foot towards the floor, flexion through the left foot. Good. Keep the back down though. Don't arch through that lumbar spine. From there now, we're going to straighten that right leg up to the ceiling. Now, if you can't get straight through the right leg, just bend that left knee a little bit. Good. So you really want that right leg nice and straight and up towards the ceiling. Draw that knee towards your nose. Take hold of it with your calf, and we're going to start with those ankle circles nice and slow, taking that ankle joint through full range movement for 2 and 3, and we're changing direction for 3 and 2, last one, and we're going to point through the toe and flex, lift the heel to the ceiling, point and flex that heel to the ceiling. Last one, point and flex the heel to the ceiling. Brilliant. Draw that right knee back into your chest. Good. And then we're lowering the right foot to the floor. Draw that left knee into your chest, and we're sliding that right leg away. Good. So flexion through the heel, and then trying to take the heel to the floor, but not by losing your neutral spine, because the tendency is now to hollow and take that foot to the floor. Keep the neutral spine and lengthen that heel to the floor. Brilliant. Nice breath through if your heel is on the floor and you're not feeling much of a stretch, you can take that left knee out to the side slightly. That does just help to stretch a little bit more through that right side. Good. So we're going to center the knee up. We can bend that right knee slightly so the foot is on the floor of the right leg. And then we're going to straighten that left leg up to the ceiling, taking hold of the calf, shoulders down the back, draw the knee towards the nose. And then we're going to start with those ankle circles. Good. Nice and slow. 3 times in the one direction, and then we're going to change direction for 3, 2, last one. Good. And then we're going to increase the stretch. We're going to point through the toe and flex, push the heel up to the ceiling, point and flex the heel to the ceiling. Last time, point and flex the heel to the ceiling. Brilliant. We're going to bend the left knee, draw that right knee up into tabletop. We're holding on to our rollers here. We might want to slide it just fractionally up if it feels like it's coming out. Keeping both knees into tabletop here, we're going to do the circle. So if you want to watch me for the first one, we're going to bring the knees to the right, lower the feet, but this is the watch point where the back wants to lift. So keep that back down as we lower the feet, taking the knees to the left and back to the center again, okay? We're going to do twice in both directions. So both knees to the right, lower the feet to the floor, locking that back down, knees to the left, and center. Good. One more time. Over to the right. Lower the feet to the floor. Lock that back down or the rib cage down to the left and center. We're changing direction. Both knees to the left. lower the feet to the floor, lock the back down to the right and center. Good. One more time to the left, lower the feet to the right and center back up. We're taking both legs up to the ceiling. We're going to scissor the legs now. So we're crossing one leg in front of the other and then change. As we do that, we're lowering those legs down towards the floor. Now remember, only go as far as low as you can go. That rib cage stays locked down. Good. And scissor. And then we're coming back up. 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're lowering for 4, 3, 2, 1. And then we're coming back up for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more time. We've got lowering for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're coming back up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. We're going to bring those legs over the head now. Grab hold of your ankles or calves, whatever you can get hold of there. If you want to come up a little bit higher to really stretch up through the back, you can place your hands underneath your glutes here and just push yourself up and resting onto your hands. It's completely up to you. So either you can come up a little bit higher or just stay with the roller under the pelvis. And then we're going to open the legs out into the V. If you're on the roller, place your hands onto the inner thigh and just open out that the V. If you're lifted up, then obviously you can't move your hands. Good. And we're going to close them together and increase that stretch over your head. Good. One more time. Open the legs out into the V, placing a little bit of pressure through that inner thigh, just feeling that lovely adductor stretch. And close back up. Hug those knees into your chest. Can rock from side to side. Good. We're just going to place the right ankle onto the left knee here. Draw that left knee up towards your chest. And we can roll here onto the right side of the roller. Again, you might want to just play with the position a little bit. You might even want to hold onto that roller a bit. We're going to roll onto the right side here. So while that right leg is on an extension, this is a good time to get into those right glutes. Good. So you're rolling towards the knee. That is at right angles. Just finding any tight areas in there. Rocking from side to side. Good. And then we're going to change legs here. So left ankle onto right knee. And then we're going to roll onto that left side, trying to keep that left knee as much as possible at right angles. And then just again, roller through and play with the position of the roller. You see if you want to bring it up a little bit higher, if it's any more effective. Or maybe a little bit lower. Good. And then we're going to hug both knees in, slide the roller out. We're going to gently come up to sitting. We're actually going to come to lying on our fronts now. So having the roller in front of you, we're going to come onto our front. We're working our back muscles here. But remember, we want to watch that lower back. So obviously I'll talk you through it. We'll have the sort of wrists on the roller really. Feet are hip width apart. Head down and just playing with that neutral spine. I want everyone to have a little play with hollowing through the lumbar spine and then flattening through the lumbar spine. So we're all feeling quite confident. If we feel any pinching in our backs, we know what to do to flatten through that lumbar spine. From there, we're going to draw that roller, but not much. We're just coming up from the breastbone a little bit. Draw the roller in, slide the shoulders down the back. We're lengthening through the back of the neck. Take the chest up off the floor fractionally. If you feel any pinching, remember, lift those hips up away from the mat. Engage that core and lower back down again. Good. On the out breath, we're lengthening through the back of the neck. Good. From here now, we're going to take the left hand, sweep it back to touch that thigh, and bring the left hand forward. Good. We're taking the right hand. See if you can lift a little higher. Touch the right thigh and bring the right hand forward. We're going to take the left hand back. Now we're going to bring the right hand back. Good. Both hands behind you. We're going to take the left hand and bring it to touch the roller. Good. If you're feeling any pinching, lift those hips up away from the mat. Take the left hand back. We're bringing the right hand forward and bring that right hand back. We're going to interlock the hands now. Turn them inside out. Push them down to your feet. As you do that, you're going to take the fronts of the thighs up off the mat. Breathe through that stretch. One more breath in and out. Lower back down. We're going to come back to sitting on our heels. Head down. Good. And stretching off through our backs. Good job, everyone. Okay, and one more, again, core exercise. It's a little bit like doing the plank. We did do it last week. Jane, I think you can join us for this one because we're going to place not on the knees but below the knees. In fact, we want it almost halfway down our shins and we're coming on to all fours. So we're working here towards plank position, okay? So if you have that in your mind, then it helps to kind of find the right position. I'm going to show you one more time. We're going to pull the knees forward, so we bring them through the hands, and then we're going to lengthen the legs back. So we actually almost want that roller starting down towards our ankles. When we're in this position, we don't want to be doing that, okay? Can you see me hollowing there? We want to stay lifted. And we're going to do that 4 times, bringing the roller forward and lengthening it back up. But as I say, let's start with the roller down by your ankles. Sorry, it was a bit high. So the roller almost wants to be over the ankles as we come into the all four position. Good. So we're drawing the roller in behind the hands and then we're pushing it back and keep that neutral spine position. Good. 3 more. Draw it forward and back into the plank. 2 more. You can do it. Forward and push back into the plank. Don't lose that lumbar spine position. Last one. Forward. Push back to the plank. Bring the knees forward. We're going to come off the roller. Sit back on the heels. Good job, everyone. You worked really hard today. Big toes are together. Knees are out to the side. Walk the hands forward. Just stretch out through that back. And then we're going to walk the hands round to the right. Lengthen that left arm away from you. Keep the weight, the left seat bone to the left heel. Back to the center. Round to the left. Reach that right hand away. Right seat bone to right heel. Good. Back to the center. Just push the weight back onto your heels for a minute. Just lovely opening stretch. especially after the back extension. We're rounding back up, we're coming onto all fours. Tuck the toes underneath you. We're pushing up into down dog, feet hip width apart, heels to the floor. Remember, if the heels don't go to the floor, straighten one leg and bend the other. Good, and alternate. Take the head through to the knees, draw the shoulders down the back, lift the front of the thighs up a little bit more. Soften through the knees, walk the hands back towards your feet, rounding back up, stacking that spine. Excellent work, everyone. Well done. Well, I bet you're all going to feel like you've had a bit of a